I'm trying to get my walk in before it starts raining, because if you can't, hold on, let me see if I can get to a spot where you can actually see. That is what the Florida sky looks like when it's thinking about raining but not quite sure if it wants to. Hello, my lovely friends. I'm Margaret, and this is a reading vlog. I didn't get to do any walks last week, and I really could have, because walks boost your immune system, and I've been sick since Wednesday night. So, but I'm gonna go walking and listen to some ad-som. Well, that lasted only 2 minutes because it started raining about a block away from my house. So I turned around and came back because I am sick and therefore should not be getting wet. Nope. There was a time when I would have gone jogging in the rain. And honestly, I still probably would. Or walking. I'm not really jogging right now because I'm not. Probably still would, except one, my phone is a part of this routine now because I use it as my timer. And two, I'm sick right now. So, no, I don't want to get worse. Speaking of which, I found out my upper respiratory thing is now a lower respiratory thing because I can feel it down here in these lungs. Because the upper respiratory is everything right here. Lower respiratory is all of this right here. So, anyways, that's fun. Okay, so the thing about this audiobook I am listening to, which is The Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, because I love the series and I just felt like rereading it. Look at my last vlog, I explained that. The narrator is not terrible, and I know I've heard him before, and I've liked him before. He just sounds familiar. Like, he sounds like someone who has narrated many of the books that I read as a kid, or listened to as a kid. But I don't, like, for this book, I don't really like him, because he makes Kel sound like he's 30, when he's in his early 20s, and he makes Lila sound like a 12-year-old, like a whiny 12-year-old. And so I am not, like, there are other voices that he does really well, and I'm, like, okay with, but I'm not a big fan of Rye either, because he's a little whiny. In this, like, I like the character, not, like, his voice, not the character himself. I was supposed to be at writer's group right now. It started, hold on. It started a whole 20 minutes ago, but I wrote them and said, you know what, I'm not feeling the greatest. I have been fighting this thing, and so I am not going to come and subject you to this thing, because number one, I wasn't feeling that hot this morning. Like, I have this whole evening that's opened up. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to try and get caught up on some editing and blog stuff, video editing and blog stuff, because I'm not working on the book right now. I'm taking a break from that to get other stuff done, so that when I do go to work on the book, I don't have other stuff in the periphery having to worry about it. I said this in the last reading vlog probably. The goal is to have all of my weekly chats, at least, scheduled for July, which should be easier because they are shorter now that I am doing non-spoilery reviews. I might get some cleaning done depending on if I stay feeling okay-ish. We'll see. I came home and I took like a 20-minute nap. I was going to get some blog stuff done, but then I realized I needed to get some I needed to, you know, update my checkbook and stuff because I have to buy my brother's birthday present soon. Like today, because his birthday is on Friday. And it's getting shipped to him. It is getting shipped to him through my Barnes & Noble membership. So shipping is free and I don't have to use his Amazon Prime account. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I don't even care at this point. So we made a valiant effort at work. And got the work that needed done today, but then, like, about noon, we're like, I'm going home, because I woke up at 5:30, and the nose was running, and the nose did not stop running until, like, 10 minutes after I left work. I think the coldness of work was not helping. Being sick sucks. Wednesday night, I totally meant to update you guys yesterday. Hold on. I got through quite a chunk of Onyx and Ivory after my nap, because I just stayed in bed all afternoon until I had to go get my medicine from Walgreens. Anyways, so I got through a good chunk of Onyx and Ivory yesterday, partly because I stayed in bed for like 3 hours reading, because I was just like, I don't feel like being anything other than horizontal right now, and then partly because I did not sleep very well last night. I think I got maybe 3 hours of sleep. It's getting intense and impressive. And there have been developments with Kate and stuff that's going on with Kate personally. and Corwin was an idiot. But I feel like, is it really a female-led YA novel if the male protagonist does not do something stupid romantically? Like romantic blunder. You have to have it if it's a YA novel. I finished A Darker Shade of Magic, and I'm so mad because A Conjuring of Light is not available at my library yet, and so I decided to try out Scribd, and I got a book through Scribd. I got This Savage Song, so another Victoria Schwab book, but A Conjuring of Light. I literally wanted to jump from A Darker Shade of Magic to A Conjuring of Light, but I can't because it is not available at my library on audiobook, and it is the one Shade of Magic book that I don't actually own. I'm not sure why. Probably because I didn't have money to buy it, and I just haven't I need to get around to buying it. I really do. Because it is a fantastic book. Not as good as A Conjuring of Light, but A Darker Shade of Magic got bumped up. So, but it's a 5-star book now in my estimation. And that is purely because I know how it ends, and I love it. And there is so much foreshadowing. I think I've mentioned this. There's so much foreshadowing. And Cal is so obtuse. With both A Darker Shade of Magic and with Onyx and Ivory, I have to remind myself that these characters are not aware that this is a story. So they're not aware of the tropes and the common plot lines and the way that things usually work with protagonists and they don't know all of that is happening. So of course, like the obvious things that I'm sitting there going the entire, like, it was worse this time around because like I knew Lila's secret, which is so freaking obvious to me as the reader. But to Kel, who lives in his world and is has been living by the rules of this world and this magic system, of course he's not going to go, this would make sense. Maybe I should ask this question. The first book instead of waiting until the third one to figure it frickin' out. So obtuse. And then there's a situation going on in this book where the obvious connection leads to the proper antagonist. They're trying to figure out who is behind the Daydrakes. And my personal theory is that it's actually the Mage Guild, because the Mage Guild seems kind of shady. Or the League. I guess it's the Mage, the Guild, it's the Mage League that's in charge of like the Inquisition and all of that. Listen, anyone in charge of an Inquisition is shady and should not be trusted. But of course, these characters don't have the Spanish Inquisition to go by. These characters haven't read 50 million books about this very storyline, probably. Not really, I have not read 50 million books, but like, to me it is so very, very obvious. But I have to remind myself that this goes against what the main characters are thinking and what the main characters know. Oh, this is not like got that much to the end. And this is a series, I'm pretty sure. Although I feel like this could very well be a novel that everything gets wrapped up in this one book, but I'm pretty sure it's a series, so I don't think it's all going to get wrapped up or something else is going to be introduced. I don't think I'm going to like the way this ends. I don't know how much light is coming in through that window, but do you hear the thunder? I need to film tonight for sure, but I think I'm going to, because I just got off work and I'm tired, and so I think before I do that, I'm going to read the last 40 or so pages of Onyx and Ivory, because it would be really nice if I could do my June wrap-up and then maybe get that out this weekend. Oh, and let's not forget, I started This Savage Song. I'm only in the first, we haven't even finished August's first chapter yet, so we're establishing the characters and kind of getting the why for why they do stuff, but we haven't really gotten into the world yet. I know a little bit about it, but not much, but it does seem to be in sort of and I didn't know this, I think I thought it was more of a contemporary setting, but it does seem to be in sort of a dystopian setting, which I dig. Always. Every time. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, most of the tropes that people complain about, if I like a particular trope or a style of story, I could read 50 different versions of it and not be tired. I could read 100 and not be tired of it. So we are officially finished with Onyx and Ivory. It was good. I'd say 4 stars. 4 stars. I liked how she wrapped, like she wrapped some things up, but there was definitely still enough for, I'm tired guys, it's late. There was definitely still enough for the next book. The beginning was a little slow for me, but then once you got into it, like the pacing was just perfect. Like the way she strung out the tension and worked things. So I really liked it. It was good. I'm not going to talk about the Savage song just yet, although we are getting into some of the world building and kind of like figuring out this isn't just a dystopian. This is like the dystopian thing happened and then things got worse. There's still some time before I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to start this freaking honking huge beast of a book. It better end good. And by end good, I mean Karen Mal. It's late, guys. Mare and Cal had better work their crap out. And you know, Margaret will not be happy with this book if they don't. It's been so long since I read King's Cage. I have no idea what's going on. Like, it took me a minute to remember who Farley was, and I still don't remember who most of these people are. I know Mare, I know Cal, I know Evangeline, and like Maven, and that's it. And I am gonna have to, if this ends well, I'm gonna have to reread this series at some point, maybe next year. Because I really do like it. I have enjoyed it. But it'll depend, because if this pulls a freaking Veronica Roth, you know I'm gonna be like, nope, not in my life, goodbye. The only acceptable deaths are Evangeline and Maven. They can both die. I'm fine with that. I actually would be quite disappointed if Maven does not die at this point. You know what really pees me off is when you start a series with one character and then the freaking author adds like 3 other points of view that you don't freaking care about. Like, I have the same problem with Sabaa Tahir's stuff, because I care about Laia, I care about Elias. I don't care about Helene. I don't care about Evangeline's. I don't care about Iris. Just tell the story about your original main character, okay? Please. Thank you. Hi, check out what just came in the mail from moi. I cannot wait to get enough stuff done that I can actually open this up. We've got, you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. We've got our photo. Hold on, I'm going to switch the camera. We have got our little photo taking spread up here, as you can see. Yellow and blue are our theme for this month. I have this giant, like, humongous sunflower. Look at how big that thing is. Look at that. Like, you put it next to a book, it is huge. I am not entirely sure I'm keeping it, though. I might get rid of it. Because these guys are getting the job done, even though they're not as big. But they are easier to fit into a photo with books. Finally got all of my photos done. And I worked on my room for a little bit because it was getting, like, my room is just eternally a mess because I'm a messy person, and I try not to be, but I am. So I just decided that we were going to take a little bit of time, and we were going to, like, clean up what I had cleaned last weekend and reclaim that space in that area. And so we have, for the most part. I'm also doing laundry, which helps. But we have reached, I'm about to take a shower because we have reached the point in the day where my skin can no longer function as skin unless it's got some water and some lotion on it. Eczema life, guys. This is going to be real fun to put makeup on and film tonight, but I need to film tonight, so I'm gonna, unfortunately. I'm trying to have all of my filming done before Monday so that, like, and as much of my editing done before Monday as I can so I can just focus on my book next month. Me being sick has really, like, just drained my time. I need to get a whole bunch of stuff, like, edited and off my phone so that I can use my phone to film some of the stuff I have planned for this Wednesday. Because, you know your girl is going to be filming her reaction, live reaction to Batman 50 and Catwoman #1. You know. So that is all I did last night. Like, I was up until 12:30 editing crap and filming. And so Like, I have War Storm started, and I think I might have read one chapter yesterday while I was eating, but I just, like, rolled over and was like, all right, I'm putting the computer away, and then I got in bed and went to bed. And that was it. That was my night. Happy July 1st, everyone. Oh, okay, so if you can't tell, we're having allergy issues. It's annoying because I'm finally feeling like a real person. Apparently, we had an allergic reaction to some of the makeup, I guess, that we were wearing last night for filming. So we're gonna be getting rid of the two new things that we have, and hopefully it won't be the older stuff. I woke up this morning and like this eye was like this. Like it hurts so much right now. Like, they're both kind of swollen, but this one was, like, so swollen and tight, and it was not fun, so I had to call out church this morning. I gave them the option of having half-blind, half-functional Margaret, but they said, no, stay home. It's better. I put some ice on it. I put some medicine on it. I don't know if you're supposed to put hydrocortisone on your eyelids, but I put hydrocortisone just about anywhere that gets really annoying and red, so I did. While I was out and about getting food to make my food today, I did listen to this Savage song, and Victoria Schwab she makes everyone else look like amateurs. I'm sorry. That's not true, because there are a lot of really great writers out there who I would say I love more. But, like, holy crap. And she's just such a good writer. I'm about an hour out from the end of this Savage song, and it was so hard to pause it to get to work on what I needed to work on. I might have to find some cleaning or something to do for an hour so I can finish this book. Although if I finish the book, then I'm just going to jump right into Our Dark Duet. Let's be honest. So, I don't know. But it's so good. Oh, we're at such a hard part, and I love these two characters so much. So much. Not as much as Kel and Lila, but I have 3 books of Kel and Lila and only 1 book of August and Kate. So. It is Sunday evening, and I should be reading right now, but I realized I needed to update y'all. We have made very little progress since we last talked. Food is ready for next week, tomorrow, and I got through 1 video, although I'm still going to try and cut it down a little more because it's like 24 minutes at the moment. I'd like to keep everything to like under 20 on my channel, at the moment at least, because I don't know, something about the 20-minute mark. After 20 minutes, it feels really unrealistic for me to watch it. So, but now I am going to settle down with this guy right here and read for a little bit, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I will see y'all next week. Bye!